everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you. Well, they've been waiting for this moment.
Middleweight action now.
Round one underway. Teddy, if you were in the corner of Marvelous Marvin Hagler for this matchup, what would you tell him is the game plan against Sugar Ray Robinson?
I lost fairly comfortably to Hagler when I was Sugar Ray Leonard.
Because if there's a flaw in Sugar Ray Robinson, boy, that almost sounds like I should be punished for even suggesting that. But I would say that sometimes he's a little too easy in moments to catch, to hit. And if I'm Hagler, you don't want to deal and walk into his great strengths, his speed and his great power. We know he has a great chin. So don't try to knock out Sugar Ray Robinson even though you can hit him. Be real slick. Show him that you can make him miss.
There it is!
Whoa.
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
Wow.
Sugar Ray Robinson's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Good work doubling up that jab by Sugar Ray Robinson.
Getting countered a little too
A
much.
little defense turns to offense by Ray. There's another left hand from him. And in round number one, you already get the sense that they have no intentions of this fight going the distance. Final 10 seconds of round number one. On the mark, the counter punch by Sugar Ray Robinson.
Fairly tight round, I think.
Going his way right now. He just got to his man in that last round, but
skip,
he'd love to
hold
score
those.
a knockdown coming up here.
Well, what he has to do is continue along the line that he started now. He's starting to find him with the jab, and he's putting things behind it.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And a smart counter punch by Hagler. It was April of 1985 when Marvin Hagler was able to TKO Tommy Hearns in one of the great action fights in the history of the sport. In many ways, that encapsulated his entire career, that one shining moment.
Well, in a lot of ways it did, because he was a fighter who never felt appreciated. You know, he understood where he came from. He went out there and took chances, he felt, with everybody. All these tough Philadelphia fighters that nobody else would fight. He fought everybody to work his way up. And he looked at other fighters, whether it was Hearns or Sugar Ray Leonard, and these guys he felt were navigated. He felt that they were given things in a certain way on a silver platter. And he had to earn everything the hard way. And fighting a guy of the notoriety, of the talent of Tommy Hearns, to him, his moment had come.
And now he's acting like a
I think
fighter.
I might have to do a
Coming back with the right
Hagler
hand
Hearns.
after getting scored upon. Blocks that belt line well.
Oh dear.
Fine work right there by Hagler. Well off the mark by Sugar Ray Robinson. Final 10 seconds of round number two. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. End of the round.
I think that might have been his round.
As I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Well, he's going to hope that his vision holds up and isn't impaired, because there's swelling now around his eye.
Oh, man.
Sugar Ray Robinson's in bad shape. Now almost being knocked out to being right back in it. Teddy, what was it about Marvin Hagler that so many people were attracted to? What was it about just this iron-ripped, chiseled warrior that everybody felt there's a connection for?
Oh, that was a bad miss.
In the shaved head, you know, because he really represented everything that you kind of pictured if you closed your eyes and you thought of a prototypical fighter that you'd like to watch, that you'd like to see, you know, a real symbol of what fighting's about. And on top of that, he not only went after you, he not only looked like the product, he was the product. He could box, he could do everything.
Able to dismiss it. Well-placed counterpunch by Sugar Ray Robinson.
I think I'm starting to get into bad habits here, just throwing wildly.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Able to get rid of that one. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. Very clean offense from defense by Hagler.
Skip.
So we come to the end of the round. And clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure. I can control this man. I had my way.
Floor. Teddy, he's wobbling all over the ring.
You know, Joey can't use his legs right now, so he wishes, and it's too late for it because he wasn't taught, but he wishes he was a guy who was taught how to slip right in front of a guy and make the guy miss. Then at least he could do that. Right now, his only chance is to grab because the legs are not going to be there for him.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. And there's the left hand working well for him again. Sugar Ray Robinson, speed to me, Teddy, is clearly the biggest difference we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, but there's ways to take away speed. One is to go downstairs to the body and start to discourage the guy a little bit. You know, take some of the air out of those sails.
Hagler starting to bleed from the nose. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Sugar Ray Robinson.
I thought he was walking in a bit quicker than that.
Sugar Ray Robinson's coming off of a round where he clearly stunned his opponent, and now you get the sense that he
damage is quite high there. I'm not happy about that.
Well, he's found something that works for him, and he's going to stay with it.
Well, obviously, what his opponent has done here is the reason that cut.
Problem is, I don't have a range advantage on him.
So if you're him, just keep
He's
doing
got
what you're doing.
Yes,
like
and
2-inch
Joe,
reach
because
advantage.
it's easy to say, yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
Despite
but
being
what
the
if
shorter
there's
fighter.
a little change. Your opponent's cut now. He's going to move his head, you figure, a little bit to survive in there. Now you shouldn't go head hunting, even though that cut's there. Now you have to adjust to what's in front of you. Go downstairs to the body a little bit, then go back up to that head. Don't let that red flag, so to speak, get you to go crazy and forget the body.
It's got the look of a fight that's going to go the distance, but I'll tell you this, Teddy. It'll have lots of action right to the final bell.
Yeah.
There it is! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Crashes to the canvas from
Get
that
out.
hook.
A nice shot.
So now a little bit of an uphill battle for Marvin Hagler. He goes down, but does rise up and is able to beat the count.
You know what's going to hurt him and what he's working against right now?
Curse of the commentator, I think. He says it's not going to... it's going to be a fight that goes the distance. And then one guy gets knocked down. I've lost count of how many times that's happened in one of these fights.
What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been non-stop.
No, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Back upstairs he goes. Sugar Ray Robinson's doing a great job right there on the inside, smartly landing shots. He has to be better defensively, Teddy. You can see the damage that his eye has taken. The swelling's getting really bad. How does he do that? How does he shore up that defense?
Well, first of all, he's got to start moving that head.
Oh, that was just stupid. What did I do that for?
A lot of those punches that are landed, they start going over the shoulder.
That's more like it.
Robinson's doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Wow, great action right from the start. Hey, I don't know that they can keep up this pace, but if they do, what a night we got ahead of us.
Yeah, we're getting tired just watching this early part.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Good, smart, tactical move here, backing up his opponent against the ropes. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
To dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut.
Oh, he just got his hands up in time.
Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson's hand speed right now, the difference with what we just saw, able to land that combination.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a little bit more down the road, but right now, that's got him in front.
Good work on the combination by Ray. Sugar Ray Robinson's doing an extraordinary job
health, I think.
Of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your scorecard.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight. Everything he likes.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, no, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
And a smart counterpunch by Hagler. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot.
We'll go. This has been an enjoyable fight so far.
Counterpunch by Hagler. This is just perfect. I mean, just what I want to see when I come to the fight. Sign me up for this kind of a brawl any day of the week.
You know, it's unbelievable. You feel like you've already witnessed an entire war, but you're reminded it's only one of the battles. We still have many more to go.
Sugar Ray Robinson showing you a little defensive.
It's the sort of fight I wouldn't actually mind if I lost. Well, I really want to win.
Sugar Ray Robinson's doing nicely on the inside. Sugar Ray Robinson's being...
Oh,
and there you
Lord.
go.
I shouldn't have said
Sugar
that.
Ray Robinson's been stunned. Robinson's coasting his way towards a victory here. That round comes to an end, and yet another round that you got to mark down on your scorecard for him.
Yeah, the only way
I need a big round here to get some points.
You know those guys, you've seen them, so they're on our crew. They stay at the table too long. They don't know when to push away from the table, you know? Well, he's got to push away from the table right now. If he does that, hey, this is in the bank.
What do you think the right time is to stop a fight under circumstances like this? I mean, the swelling around the eye is getting really bad.
Well, part of it is he getting caught with punches clean that he wouldn't be getting caught with if the eye wasn't in that condition. That's where you start right there. Is his defense been impaired that much to that degree?
Sugar Ray Robinson. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Very nice work with the double jab up top. Sugar Ray Robinson's doing good damage with the combination punching.
Well, right there's a good example of the benefit of combination punching. You miss the first or the second, the third and the fourth, they land.
Come on, take a shot.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Sugar Ray Robinson's in control here. You can just look at this fight for 10 seconds and you've seen everything you need to see, because there hasn't
put
been
some
a
on
moment
damage.
where it hasn't been his fight.
Yeah, you know, you
Put
talk
it all on
about those
damage.
sins. A lot of times people say there's 7 virtues, there's 7 sins out there. One of the sins that you hear about is greed. That's the only thing that could beat him right now, is if he gets greedy.
Holy cow! Sugar Ray Robinson's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Hagler's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Thinks we're going against him. Now the tide has turned.
Good things come to those who wait, or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
I really shouldn't have said I don't mind losing.
On the mark, the counter punch by Ray.
Because it's kind of been a bit downhill for me since.
Good counter punching there with the overhand right. A hook for you and a hook right back. Teddy, he's just covering up. That's all he's doing, but it gives his opponent so much time to pick where he isn't.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. I mean, first of all, some of them are going to get through and some of them will watch them. They're getting through. And you just touched on it. I mean, you cover up, you tell your opponent, hey, I'm camping out, I'm not throwing back. So instead of throwing 1 or 2 at you, he's throwing combinations of 3, 4, 5. You got a problem.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Ooh, I knew as soon as I threw it, I'd got it wrong.
Ray Robinson blocks that punch. Sugar Ray Robinson
this is gonna be
doing it
tight.
just the way he wants to do it, and that last round kind of sums up the whole fight. In complete control. He's up on the scorecards, heading towards another victory.
And he's up on my scorecard. Now he just has to be careful that he doesn't get careless, he doesn't get reckless.
Well-targeted counter punch by Hagler. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin.
That was stupid. Whoa.
This is going to be a technical knockout. The ref saying the fight cannot continue due to that cut.
That felt cheap. That felt a bit cheap.
Sugar Ray Robinson,
Bit of an
your winner by
anticlimax.
TKO. Teddy, another impressive performance by him.
In every way, defensively, offensively, and finishing up.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. We'll see you next time ringside.
I felt that fight was a bit closer than that. Disappointed with the way that ended. Especially seeing as I was punching him in the body when it got stopped for a cut on his face. But it was a fun fight. Fun fight. Thanks for watching.